Hello everyone, this is the history tutorial video for class 6. We were doing the Indus Valley Civilization where we had finished city planning and drainage systems of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. We will now look at the objects, the artifacts that were found in the Indus Valley Civilization. Most of the things that have been found by archaeologists are made of stone, shell and metal, including copper, bronze, gold and silver. So there were 4 types of metal that were used: gold, silver, bronze and copper. Copper and bronze were used to make tools, weapons, ornaments and vessels. Gold and silver were only used to make ornament and vessels. Now the Harappans also made seals out of stone. Seals are generally rectangular and usually have an animal carved on them, like the bull or the unicorn, the mythical creature. The Harappans also made pots with beautiful black designs. These pots were used for storing of many things like grains, food grains, or water, or many other things. Now, cotton was probably grown at Mehergarh from about 7,000 years ago. Actual pieces of cloth were found attached to the lid of a silver vase and some copper objects at Mohenjo-daro. So, actual pieces of cloth were found at Mohenjo-daro which were somehow attached to the lid of a silver vase. Archaeologists have also found spindle whorls made of terracotta and faience. These were used to spin thread. So the spinning machine, which was used to produce spinning thread, that machine was found in Mohenjo-daro, and that machine was made of terracotta. Many of the things that were produced were probably the work of specialists. A specialist is a person who is trained to do only one kind of work. For example, cutting stones, or polishing beads, or carving seals. Now, if you look at this picture of this priest king, you will see that how well this face is carved. Look at how the face is carved with acute detail, and how carefully the beads are shown in the cloth, the patterns, and the beard which he has, the beard of the person, it is also crafted so well. From this picture we can guess that the workman of this particular statue, this might have been the work of an expert craftsman, expert statue maker. But not everyone could have been a specialist. We do not know that only men were specialists or only women were specialists. We do not know. We are not sure about that. What were the gender roles? Were men only specialists or only women were specialists? Perhaps some men, some women, both of the two genders have been specialists. That we can guess from the facts that we have found, from the artifacts we have found, that some men and some women from the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, they might have been the specialists, and this work of specialists are not assigned to, or were not assigned to, one particular gender, but rather those who would make for good craftsmen, they became the expert craftsmen of the workshops. Now the question arises that how did the Harappans get the raw materials, or where did they get the raw materials from? Raw materials are substances that are either found naturally, like wood or metals, or produced by farmers or herders. So raw materials can be either natural or man-made. These are the man-made raw materials. These are then processed to produce the finished goods. For example, cotton produced by farmers is a raw material that may be processed to make cloth. So cotton can be processed to make cloth. Cotton is a raw material for cloth. While some of the raw materials that the Harappans used were available locally, many items like copper, tin, gold, silver, precious stones, they had to be brought from distant places and other cities within the civilization or outside of the Harappan civilization too. Now, the Harappans probably got copper from the present day Rajasthan or even the country of Oman in present day the Middle Eastern country, West Asia. The metal tin, which was mixed with copper to produce bronze. So bronze was made from copper and tin, mixture of copper and tin. So where did they get tin from? Tin may have been brought from present day Afghanistan or Iran. Gold could have come all the way from present day Karnataka in South India, and precious stones were brought from present day Gujarat, Iran, and Afghanistan. So, this is how the raw materials were acquired by the Indus Valley people to make finished products and use them in their daily life. Okay, so I'll be stopping here today. We will continue this in the next video. Till then, bye.